Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing node anatomy, where basically we explore most of the options and uses for a certain node. Today we're going to be exploring about the Extrude Mesh node. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's begin by opening a new file. Okay, so let's begin by using our default cube. And let's go to our geometry nodes section. Let's close this tab right here. Okay. So now, first thing, let's add a new geometry node setup. So we got the group input, which is the input information of our cube going to the output. So the node today, our highlight, is the Extrude Mesh. So let's quickly add it. Shift-A, add Extrude Mesh. And let's just put it in between, like this. So what the Extrude Mesh does is it takes all the faces of our certain objects and it extrudes it in the normal of the faces. So it goes out like this. So yeah, here we have a lot of things we can adjust. This, for example, is the length where it goes out. It can go out like this and it can go inwards. So yeah, simple. So overall, that's it. And one thing is the bottom part right here. It says individual, which is just to say do you want the parts to be individual or not. So if you click on it, it will be individual. If you turn it off, it will be one part. It will be joined like this. Okay. And now one thing, this pin right here, you can use it to connect to a boolean. So if you have a boolean node, basically means true or false. If you plug it in like this, you can change it like this, which you can use this for different types of scenarios and variations, and you guys can get into that later if you want to. So that is it for these two pins right here, offset and individual. So now let's actually change the cube from the cube to a sphere. So let's unplug this and let's Shift-A, add a UV sphere. And let's plug it in like this. So now what this does is the same thing. You have a sphere and it just extrudes like this. It extrudes all the sides. So now there's also a pin right here for you to plug in things. So now for this we can use a noise texture. So a noise texture is basically just an image with like 1 to 0 values, basically black and white, and it generates like this texture where you can use with it. So now, for example, if we plug this information into the offset, it will use that information to kind of set which part should be out and which part should be in, like this. So basically you can use textures to define which part you want to have it come out or go in. Okay. And this one is overall the same thing, the offset the same as this one, except that this is more of a vector information. So let's say we have a combine XYZ. This isn't the perfect example, but I think you guys would probably get the point. We plug it in and we move it to the side. We are able to kind of shift the extrusion to a certain axis like this. Okay. And lastly, we have the selection. So basically, this selection is telling which part do you want to extrude. So to kind of give you a demonstration, let's add the cube. So let's plug this back in, and here we go. So now we're gonna duplicate this Extrude Mesh and put it in between right here. Okay, so what's happened here, let's put this back here first, is we extrude it like this, so we have more faces than we've extruded even more, again like this. So now, as you can see, there's the input side and there's the output side. So if we take this output of information of selections, it basically is giving the information of the top side. So it's the top right here. So when it's talking about the top right here, it's talking about here, the top. And if it's talking about the side, it's talking about the side. So as to easily demonstrate this, let's just do it. Let me erase this first, okay? Let's just simply demonstrate this. So if we plug the top into the selection and then extrude this, as you can see, it's extruding further, but basically it's extruding further from that point that we were there. If we extrude it inwards, you can see it kind of going in, but it's not pulling the thing back. It's going further. And to further visualize this properly, let's unplug that and add a scale element. And let's put it in between right here. Now, if you guys don't know this node, it's okay. It basically is just used to scale a few things. If you want me to cover more of this node, then please just leave a comment. Okay. And let's see. Let's try scaling this down. Let's move this to 0, and we are able to scale the whole thing. But now we want to kind of scale just the top part, so we can plug in the top and plug it into the selection. So this scale operation is only affecting the top part. So now once you do that, you can kind of scale it down. And then once we also plug the top part of this into the selection over here, we can extrude it like this. And as you can see, it's extruding onwards from this top selection. So yeah, something about that much. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. So yeah, overall that's it. Okay, so that should be it for this video. I think this video is just kind of a short video to kind of analyze the stuff of the nodes. I'm not sure if this method is perfect, but I'm just trying different things. If you enjoy it, please leave a like, and if you want me to cover any nodes, please make sure to leave a comment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.